What is the issue between North Korea and rest of the world?
What is the definition of marriage in sociology?
नॉर्थ पंथ के विषय में कुछ बताएंगे?
What is ChatGPT?
May I come in, sir?
Please come in.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Please take your seat.
Thank you, sir.
Prakhar, would you like your interview to be in English or Hindi?
So, mix of both will work, but preferred is English.
Preferred is English. So tell us about yourself.
Should I mention the name and details?
You can.
So, my name is Prakhar Kumar. I belong to Gorakhpur district. I've done my engineering in information technology from Netaji Subhash Institute of Technology, Delhi. Thereafter, I worked for 2 years with Korean giant Samsung as an engineer. And currently, I'm working as a review officer in Allahabad High Court.
Okay. And so you work with the Korean giant.
Yes, sir.
What are Korean giants otherwise known as? Chibol.
Sorry, sir, I'm not.
You are not aware of this term. Okay. So is there an FTA between India and South Korea?
I'm not sure, sir.
I'm not sure. Okay. What is the issue between North Korea and rest of the world, or especially with US?
So North Korea has a trust deficit with the US and the Western powers. It thinks that the US is trying to suppress its expansion, and is the regular military exercises with South Korea and the South China Sea nearby the sea. It acts as a threat to North Korea, and it in reaction it tests its own ballistic missiles.
Okay, who is the ruler of North Korea?
At present, it's Kim Jong-un.
Okay. And is he democratically elected?
As per their constitution, he is a democratically elected person.
Okay. You are also a student of sociology.
Yes, sir.
So tell me, what do you understand by this term glass ceiling?
So glass ceiling refers to the invisible barrier that exists in the organizations, which results in the specific strata of society, especially women, not being able to surpass that ceiling and reach the higher levels of the organization.
Okay. There is also this perception that girls and women are not good at maths.
Yes.
Is that justified, or this is also some kind of stereotyping?
So I believe it is more of a stereotype which has been generalized over the years, because earlier the education was restricted to male people, and females were less in the education department. But we have seen the women's representation in STEM research and mathematics has improved with the time, and there is nothing which can define the intellect of a male from a woman.
Okay.
Different.
What is the difference between gender and sex?
So sex is a term which is defined biologically based on the birth. Gender is a social construct which the society gives based on what are the expected roles and what are the expected behavior from the.
So if we raise a male,
Yes.
Can we raise a male as a girl?
Definitely, so if we inculcate those values which are more of a feminine kind of things, and the boy inculcates.
Because in our society we see that sometimes the girl child, they are always treated like a son, and they are given those opportunities, and they are also referred to as beta, and
Yes,
right?
Sir.
They are made to wear maybe male clothes and all that.
Yes, sir.
So can similar thing be done with a male child? How would it affect, considering our society? Would that be acceptable? Would that make that child a misfit in the society? How do you see it?
So if a person is raised as a girl child, considering the qualities that a woman has, I don't think it would be any misfit to the society. Rather, he can have all the features of a male and all the soft skills which women possess, and that would enhance the social fabric of the society at the same time.
Okay, ma'am.
Prakhar,
Yes, ma'am.
you are basically an engineer,
Yes, ma'am.
and now you are a student of sociology.
Yes, ma'am.
So tell me something about social engineering.
Social engineering is a concept which refers to the way the influence on the public perception which is created through outside influence. So all the opinions and viewpoints are engineered in a way through external forces.
What is the use of social engineering in society or in political terms? What is the use of social engineering?
Ma'am, social engineering is used to inculcate some behavior in the society. It can be used to change the behavior of the people in general. It can make them more compliant of the law. And social engineering is also used in political sphere to create a more inclusive participatory democracy.
Okay. You are working in as review officer.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me something about the family codes. You have heard about family
Yes,
codes?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. The family codes deal with the matters related to personal affairs, and they are in a way they are created to reduce the burden on the other mainline courts so that the disputes can be resolved amicably.
What is their scope of work? I want to know. What is the scope of family codes? The work they are doing? Only family matters or something else?
Sorry, ma'am, I'm not sure about
Not
that.
sure. Okay, no problem. What is positivism?
Positivism is the approach of study in sociology which focuses that sociology is a science and scientific methods can be applied to the study of society.
Okay. Tell me something about the sanskars.
As
You have
per-
studied about sanskars in
Yes,
sociology,
ma'am.
right?
Yes, ma'am. As per the Hindu text, there are 16 sanskars in total, and it is in the way defining all the stages of the life of an individual. For example, the birth sanskar, then Upnayan sanskar, Mundan sanskar, at the day there's Antyeshti sanskar.
16 sanskars are there, right? So tell me about all the sanskars from beginning to the end.
Sorry, ma'am, I cannot recall.
You
at the
cannot
moment.
recall at this time? Okay. What is the definition of marriage in sociology? And how many types of marriage are described in sociology?
Marriage is a prescribed union between two persons of opposite sex or same sex, which leads to formation of a family, and it gives both the kinship and the domestic rights to both the individuals.
Okay. And how
And-
many types of marriages are there?
Types marriages can be classified based on various factors. Based on the number of spouses, it can be monogamy, polygamy. Based on based on the sorry, ma'am.
And what about love marriage and arranged marriage?
Based
Are
on
these the types of marriages?
Yeah, they can be based on the choice of partner. If it is arranged to the family, it is the arranged marriage. If it is by the choice of the individuals, they can be considered.
So you are in favor of love marriage or arranged marriage, and why?
And whatever suits the individual, it is good for the both the person. If they can have a love come arranged marriage, that is a perfect match.
Okay. प्रखर, साइकिलिंग आपकी हॉबी है, राइट?
Yes, ma'am.
अगर आपको साइकिलिंग को प्रमोट करना, यू हैव टू प्रमोट साइकिलिंग इन योर एरिया, तो कौन से 5 स्टेप्स हैं जो आप सबसे पहले उठाना चाहेंगे?
हम सबसे पहले साइकिलिंग की अवेलेबिलिटी प्रोवाइड करिए रीजन में, बिकॉज देयर आर बाइक शेयरिंग अवेलेबल, तो साइकिलिंग अवेलेबल हो, देन वी कैन ऑर्गेनाइज साइकिलिंग इवेंट्स ड्यूरिंग द वीकेंड्स so that people can participate and they can know about the health benefits as well as the environmental benefits of cycling. Thirdly, we can distribute cycles to the marginalized people who don't have access to cycles, and it can act as a social support to them also, because they can commute to their work through cycling. Thirdly, we can promote cycling among the elderly also, because they are less involved in physical activities, and cycling is a way to promote their physical health also.
Okay, प्रखर, how many states are there जहाँ पर साइकिलिंग को एक हॉबी बनाने, मतलब एक रेगुलर एक्सरसाइज बनाने के लिए, लोगों की प्रैक्टिस बनाने के लिए गवर्नमेंट ने स्पेशल अरेंजमेंट्स किए हैं, साइकिल ट्रैक बनाए हो या कुछ अलग ऐप बेस्ड सिस्टम किया हो? किन किन ही स्टेट्स के बारे में आप जानते हैं? यू हैव हर्ड अबाउट एनी स्टेट?
Specifically, I haven't heard, but I have seen myself when I was living in Noida. There is a cycle track they are developed.
Okay.
And I cannot recall any specific states that has.
No problem. Thank you, sir.
प्रखर,
Yes, sir.
नाथ पंथ के विषय में कुछ बताएंगे?
Yes, sir. The Nath yogis are a subset of Shaiva tradition, and वो गोरखपुर में उनके जो मेजर प्रोपोनेंट थे गोरखनाथ, उन्होंने वहाँ पे अपना हठ योगा के थ्रू वहाँ पे अपने प्रोपोगेट किया अपनी थिंकिंग को, एंड दे डेवलप्ड ड्यूरिंग द पीरियड ऑफ भक्ति मूवमेंट, और उस टाइम पे उन्होंने अपने दे ट्राई टू चैनलाइज देयर इंटरनल एनर्जीज थ्रू द योगा.
मूल मान्यता क्या है इनकी?
सर, ये एक अपने योगा के थ्रू अपने इंटरनल पीस के लिए और एक सिंक्रेटिक सोसाइटी के लिए.
जैसे हठ योग कहते हैं, तो हठ योग में क्या होता है?
आई एम नॉट अवेयर ऑफ द डिटेल्स.
अच्छा. अभी बजट पढ़ा है आपने?
Yes, overview I have taken.
भारत सरकार और यूपी सरकार दोनों का बजट पढ़ा है?
So national budget I haven't seen, but UP budget I have seen.
अच्छा. बजट में इंटरेस्ट नहीं लेते आप?
नहीं सर, अभी देख नहीं पाया था।
अच्छा, तो यूपी सरकार के बजट की कुछ विशेषताएं आप मुझे बताएंगे?
सर इस बार यूपी सरकार ने लार्जेस्ट एवर बजट प्रेजेंट किया है 6.9 लाख करोड़ का। इन एडिशन दे हैव प्रोजेक्टेड कि इस बार हमारा ग्रोथ 19% से होने वाला है, और इट इज़
19%?
यस सर, नेक्स्ट 23-24 ईयर
19% ग्रोथ रेट?
यस सर, 19% जीएसडीपी ग्रोथ रेट।
ओके।
और उसके साथ ही उन्होंने अपनी दिखाया, उसमें शो किया है कि यूपी इज़ द पायनियर इन डेवलपमेंट डेयरी सेक्टर, अलॉन्ग विद दैट शुगर केन प्रोडक्शन एंड इथेनॉल प्रोडक्शन में हम बहुत आगे हैं। इसके साथ ही वेरियस स्कीम्स दैट हैव बीन हाईलाइटेड इन द बजट दैट कैन that they are focused on infrastructure creation is the primary focus at the moment, because it will lead to a multiplier effect in the economy. उसके साथ ही अब वुमेन एंड चिल्ड्रन के लिए स्पेशल फोकस दिया गया है, मुख्यमंत्री कन्या सुमंगला योजना एंड मुख्यमंत्री सामूहिक विवाह योजना। उसके साथ ही आपके ODOP पे फोकस के लिए अभी इन्वेस्टर समिट किया गया था उसी के साथ, जिसमें 33.5 लाख करोड़ का इन्वेस्टमेंट का MOU साइन हुए हैं अप्रॉक्सीमेटली। एंड दैट्स द
एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन के लिए कुछ है उसमें, कुछ विशेष बात है बजट में? कुछ टारगेट उन्होंने दिया है बजट में?
अभी याद नहीं आ रहा है।
अभी याद नहीं आ रहा है, ठीक है, बहुत अच्छा है। राजस्व घाटा क्या होता है?
सर कैन यू गिव द इंग्लिश टर्म?
रेवेन्यू डेफिसिट।
ओके सर, रेवेन्यू डेफिसिट जिसमें आपका डिफरेंस बिटवीन द रेवेन्यू रिसीट्स एंड द रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर जो होता है उसको राजस्व घाटा कहेंगे।
रेवेन्यू रिसीट्स तो चलिए समझ में आता है, बट रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर क्या है?
सर रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट वो है जिसमें आप कोई कैपिटल क्रिएट नहीं करते हैं, जैसे कि पेमेंट ऑफ सैलरीज, पेंशंस, और जिसकी वजह से आपका कोई नया कैपिटल क्रिएट नहीं होता है, तो एज अ इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं कहलाता है वो एक तरह से।
तो अभी बजट घाटे का कॉन्सेप्ट है या खत्म हो गया है?
सो बजट डेफिसिट इज ज़ीरो, बिकॉज जितना भी डिफरेंस होता है वो बोरोइंग्स के थ्रू मैनेज किया जाता है।
तो ये बोरोइंग्स कहाँ से लेती है सरकार?
सर स्टेट गवर्नमेंट तो बोरोइंग्स अपने दे कैन बोरो फ्रॉम द सेंटर, एंड फॉरेन बोरोइंग्स के लिए दे हैव।
किस आर्टिकल में है ये
सर
बोरोइंग्स जो स्टेट गवर्नमेंट सेंटर से ले सकती है?
सर आर्टिकल याद नहीं आ रहा है।
आर्टिकल याद नहीं आ रहा है, चलिए। फिस्कल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी एंड बजटरी मैनेजमेंट एक्ट 2004 देखा है आपने?
यस सर।
तो उसमें क्या टारगेटेड था हमारा रेवेन्यू डेफिसिट और फिस्कल डेफिसिट के लिए?
सर FRBM एक्ट के तहत हमें एक स्टेज्ड वे में रेवेन्यू डेफिसिट एंड फिस्कल डेफिसिट को कम करना था, जिसके तहत बिकॉज ऑफ द कोविड वो टारगेट मिस हो गए हैं, उसको एक्सटेंड कर दिया गया है। एट प्रेजेंट डेटा एग्जैक्टली मुझे नहीं याद है, 3.5% के अप्रॉक्स टारगेट किया गया था फिस्कल डेफिसिट को।
और रेवेन्यू डेफिसिट का टारगेट क्या है?
रेवेन्यू डेफिसिट को सर ज़ीरो करना है, फैक्ट नॉट रॉन्ग।
ज़ीरो करना है, बहुत अच्छा, थैंक यू।
Prakhar,
यस सर।
you have done your engineering in IT.
यस सर।
Tell me what do you understand by artificial intelligence?
So artificial intelligence is a concept in which the computing devices can become smart and can behave in a way which can replicate human intelligence.
Okay, so it is at the concept level or it is happening?
So it is happening all around us in the moment.
Okay, and is there any test to check whether it is a human being or a computer? Is there some kind of test for artificial intelligence?
Sorry sir, I'm not aware of that.
I'm not aware. Okay. What is ChatGPT?
So ChatGPT is a chatbot that has been developed by OpenAI, is an organization. It gives responses to the queries that are entered by the user.
Do you see any use of ChatGPT in government work also?
Yes, the government is proposing to include ChatGPT in the WhatsApp to deliver their services and act as a grievance redressal mechanism.
Like whatever information the government has to give, that ChatGPT will provide.
So ChatGPT. So the ChatGPT works on the data that is being fed to the program. So if the government feeds the data based on their database, then that will give the valid results.
Okay. You are working as review officer in High Court.
Yes.
Tell me how many judges are there in the Supreme Court Collegium to appoint Supreme Court judges?
The Supreme Court Collegium consists of the Chief Justice of India and the 4 senior most judges of
So
the
1 plus 4,
yes,
5.
Sir.
And what about when they are wanting to appoint High Court judges? Then the strength of collegium?
When appointing High Court judges, the Supreme Court Collegium comprises top senior most three judges.
That includes the CJI?
Yes, CJI plus 2 senior most judges.
Okay. And how many judges in Supreme Court? What is the strength of Supreme Court?
So at present, the strength is 33 plus 1 CJI, total 34 judges.
Okay. So sometimes we read that there is one CJI and 33 puny judges.
Yes,
right?
sir.
So what is the meaning of this term, puny?
So
PUYSNE.
Yes, puny judges is used to refer to any judge apart from the Chief Justice.
Is there a precise meaning of this term?
Sorry, sir. Not
okay, not a problem. You are a student of sociology also. So tell me, during COVID time, the term social distancing
Yes, sir.
came to be used very commonly.
Yes, sir.
But as a student of sociology, do you agree with the use of this term, or you find that this is a misnomer? Is social distancing okay?
Yes, sir. As per the term social distancing, we have to maintain distances from our social contacts also. But in a way, it is a misnomer because it was more inclined towards maintaining physical distance rather than maintaining social distance, because that is the thing that connects us as a society, and that was the binding force during the lockdown period also.
Okay, you are wearing 2 rings. What are those rings?
So this is emerald, this is panna.
Panna. And what is the significance?
Sorry, sir, I don't remember.
You are wearing it, you must be, I think, very well versed with astrology.
No, sir, it is on the insistence of my parents that I have to.
Okay. But do you think astrology is a science?
Sir, definitely astrology, which has been persisting in India since ancient times, is based on the planetary movements and the influence of the gravity of the planets. So in a way, it is directly science, but
so the planetary movements can impact our lives, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, in both positive and negative way.
Yes, sir.
Right. What do you think? Is scientific temper needed in the society?
The scientific temper is a must in the society, and it has been given in the fundamental duties also to develop a scientific.
So sometimes we hear that very senior level officers or even ministers, they sometimes say things which are not scientifically proven.
Yes, sir.
Do you agree that being in responsible positions, they should not be saying such things, or it is their freedom of speech and expression?
So, being in a responsible position and being a public figure, they should exercise caution in saying some things which can lead to confusion and doubts in the minds of the public. And if they are saying anything, they should back it with some scientific reasoning and scientific research.
So suppose you are selected in service and you are wearing these rings.
Yes.
What kind of message does it send to the society? Or it is just your individual freedom of choice?
So this should be used as the individual freedom of choice, because I am not influencing someone to wear a ring, or I am not forcing someone to follow my footsteps.
People see film stars, people see people in high positions, people see Prime Minister wearing a recycled jacket, and they are influenced by it.
Yes, sir.
So you can't stop that, no?
I'm not the Prime Minister, I'm just a public servant at the moment.
Okay, anyways. My final question to you, Prakhar. You come from Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh is a big state in terms of population, in terms of area, and the development has not been even, right? So if you have to suggest to the Chief Minister what can be done to speed up development in Uttar Pradesh, in all parts of Uttar Pradesh, what will be your 2-3 suggestions?
So firstly, we'll have to identify the reasons behind the regional disparities in development, and based on the region's specific issues, we have to target those problems. For example, the Purvanchal and the Bundelkhand region face the connectivity issues, so we have to develop the connectivity infrastructure for that. In addition, being an agrarian economy, we should focus on expanding our irrigation projects and growing the crops based on the agroclimatic regions. For example, we can promote millet cultivation in the Bundelkhand region, which is being promoted throughout the world, and this is the International Year of Millets also. In addition, we should focus on creating jobs through industries, because industries have been a major are not laggard in Uttar Pradesh, because they are concentrated in the western region mostly.
Okay, Prakhar, your interview is over. You can go now.
Thank you, sir. I come, sir.
आइए, प्लीज टेक योर सीट.
Thank you, sir.
Prakhar, this is your first interview in the commission?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and which attempt?
Sir, fourth attempt.
Fourth attempt. You are also giving UPSC?
I have given 4 attempts at UPSC.
Are you done with UPSC attempts?
No, sir. 2 attempts are remaining.
2 attempts are remaining. Okay. So, but no interviews you have given, huh?
UPSC 1 interview.
Acha, how much did you score?
162.
162. Which board was that?
𝐷𝐻𝐒, sir.
And which year?
2020.
2020. Finally, how many marks did you miss by?
I missed by 40 marks, sir.
40.
Yes.
Okay. ठीक है Prakhar. How did you feel about today's interview? How was it?
So it was okay. I was not able to answer some questions which should have been answered from my domain.
Okay.
And some factual questions I could not recall.
ठीक है Prakhar, you see, you already have experience of giving UPSC interview.
Yes, sir.
But UPPSC interview can be little different.
Yes.
ठीक है, it can be more factual also. Plus, it does not actually matter that you are saying that English is going to be a medium of communication. Questions can be asked in Hindi and invariably हिंदी में आपसे सवाल पूछे जाएंगे. ठीक है, तो आप हिंदी में वैसे तो कंफर्टेबल हैं.
जी जी,
कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. तो हिंदी में अगर सवाल पूछा गया है तो कोशिश करिएगा हिंदी में जवाब देंगे. लेकिन अगर कोई टेक्निकल वर्ड आपको बताना है, ठीक है, फॉर एग्जांपल कॉलेजियम ही बोलना है, तो यूज़ कॉलेजियम. ठीक है, दैट इज़ फाइन. टेक्निकल वर्ड्स में कोई दिक्कत वाली बात नहीं है, आप इंग्लिश के वर्ड्स यूज़ कर लीजिए. सवाल आपसे कुछ पूछा जाता है, जैसे कि सर ने भी आपसे पूछा राजस्व घाटा या जो भी है, तो अगर आपको नहीं समझ में आता है या आपको ऐसा लगता है कि वो टर्म आप क्लियर नहीं है, तो हमेशा आप क्लैरिफिकेशन के लिए पूछ लीजिए पोलाइटली, अपने ऊपर बात लेते हुए कि माफ़ कीजिए सर, मैं नहीं समझ पा रहा हूँ, अगर आप काइंडली इसको मुझे जितना पोलाइट हो सकते हैं. ठीक है. तो क्योंकि कुछ लोग सोचते हैं कि मतलब हम पूछेंगे तो क्या गलत इंप्रेशन पड़ेगा, लेकिन अगर आप नहीं पूछेंगे और गलत उत्तर देंगे तो और बुरा है ना. तो पूछ लीजिए, ठीक है, पोलाइटली. फिर आपने रिंग्स पहनी हुई है.
जी सर.
राइट. तो मैं
फॉरवर्ड टू उतारना.
हाँ, तो आप देख सकते हैं, मतलब वैसे हो सकता है इस पर क्वेश्चन ना पूछा जाए, लेकिन फिर वो एस्ट्रोलॉजी से लेके साइंटिफिक टेम्पर की बात और ये सब ना, तो हो सकता है कि थोड़ा आप ट्रैप में फंसे. क्योंकि पहले आपको स्टैंड ले लेंगे कि हाँ ये साइंस है, फिर साइंटिफिक टेम्पर की बात आएगी कि मतलब ऐसा सुपरस्टिशन वगैरह, क्योंकि एग्जैक्ट साइंस तो कहना मुश्किल है. राइट. देयर आर प्रैक्टिशनर्स और मतलब प्लानिटरी पोजीशंस वगैरह हैं, एंड मैनी ऑफ अस एक्चुअली डू बिलीव इन इट. राइट. बट देयर आर पीपल हु आर स्केप्टिकल अबाउट इट ऑल्सो. तो ऐसी चीज़ों से मतलब बचा जा सकता है. तो आप या तो उसको बांध सकते हैं या पॉकेट में, मतलब पॉकेट में तो नहीं खैर, या उसको घुमा के रख सकते हैं, सो दैट इट इज़ नॉट वेरी क्लियरली विजिबल. राइट. तो वो आपको देखना है. एंड ऑल्सो हैव अ रीज़न हैंडी, जैसे आपने बोला कि पेरेंट्स ने, ठीक है, तो पेरेंट्स की जगह आप सिर्फ मदर के ऊपर भी बोल सकते हैं कि मतलब उनका विश्वास है एंड आई ट्रस्ट इन हर, वॉट एवर. ठीक है, जो भी हो सकता है, मतलब बहुत सारे उसके ऑप्शंस हो सकते हैं. बाकी जनरली आपका जो आंसर्स वगैरह थे, दे वर ऑन लाइक यू हैंडल द क्वेश्चंस प्रीटी वेल. ठीक है. And you are coming from a varied background, like you have done your engineering, then you have worked in Samsung and then review officer, right? तो बहुत सारे एरियाज हैं जहाँ से सवाल पूछे जा सकते हैं. यूपी का बजट को अच्छे से देख लीजिए. यूपी रिलेटेड करंट अफेयर्स अभी हाल फिलहाल में क्या चीज़ें ज़्यादा न्यूज़ में रही हैं, फोकस में रही हैं, गो थ्रू दैट. एंड ऑल्सो नेशनल प्लस इंटरनेशनल इवेंट्स. राइट. वो आपको एकदम क्लियर होना चाहिए कि जैसे G20 का समिट है, उसकी थीम क्या है, उसका लोगो क्या है, ये सारी चीज़ों को आप अच्छे से देख लीजिए. राइट. इतना करेंगे तो प्रखर मेरे ख्याल से यहाँ आपका इंटरव्यू बहुत अच्छा होना चाहिए. होपफुली यू हैव डन वेल इन मेंस आल्सो, सो इट शुड बी.
लास्ट टाइम में मेंस लिखा था तो इंटरव्यू कॉल नहीं आई थी.
अच्छा, नहीं, तो इस बार अच्छा हुआ है, तो आप इंटरव्यू बढ़िया रहेगा. आप बस थोड़ा ब्रशअप कर लीजिए अपने बेसिक्स को.
जी.
एंड वहाँ मतलब उस दिन अपना बेस्ट दीजिए. ठीक है. आज का इंटरव्यू आपका अच्छा रहा है. Okay, all the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.